Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the latest 4K review from us here at Flick Direct, and for today's 4K review, I'm here to talk about Ender's Game. Before we continue on, I just want to talk about how awesome this SteelBook case is. Now, first of all, this awesome slipcover, give me 1 second. That's just bloody cool. I don't care what anybody says. The SteelBook case here just looks so darn cool, and the artwork here looks absolutely so darn cool. And as a fan of this movie, who by the way saw the screening of it when it came out, yeah, I'm a massive fan of how this looks. But let's just get that slipcover back on this thing. Ender's Game is a science fiction action film that came out back in 2013. In the film, we follow Ender Awakens, portrayed by Asha Butterfield, who has been enlisted in the international military as they fight against the Formics. I actually remember seeing this movie in a screening in IMAX back in 2013, and I'll never forget how immersive that IMAX experience was. And the film itself was a great science fiction film. So given that the film is come out 10 years later, and I believe, yeah, it's 10-year anniversary in 4K, this movie still holds up, man. Her performances, especially from Asha Butterfield, Harrison Ford, and not to mention, oh my god, I mean, the performances and the cast of this movie are just absolutely grade A. Great science fiction elements, great action sequences, and it leaves you with an ending, especially in the third act, that makes you go like, whoa, okay, I did not see that coming. By the time it ends, I feel like I had watched a really good, if not an almost great science fiction film. If you have not seen the film, guys, definitely check it out. It's absolutely worth watching. Getting into the audio and video quality, starting off with the video quality, Ender's Game in 4K is presented on an aspect ratio of 241, and here's what I can say about the video quality. I was curious to see how a film like this, especially with the incredible visuals, would be transferred to 4K, and here's what I can say about that. The 4K transfer looks really good, at times great, but I feel like this could have looked even better than it actually did. When the scenes don't involve the heavy VFX action, this is a spectacular looking 4K. In particular, there are some close-ups on characters' faces. In particular, there was a shot involving Asha Butterfield and Harrison Ford, and the pores in Harrison Ford's skin looked so clear. I mean, there are some shots where this movie looked crystal freaking clear, and there are some shots, especially when all the military cadets are in that little zone which they have their competitions. Some of these shots look absolutely spectacular. There are some other shots where, unfortunately, the VFX don't hold up over time, unfortunately, but if there is one particular thing that I noticed, especially this time watching it, the color grade looks fantastic, especially the saturation of blues. The blues balance out so much, and the thing else I noticed in particular was the suits. The colors of the suits definitely stand out, whether you're talking about the reds, the dragons, the greens of the salamanders. This is such a great looking film in terms of just sharp, minute details that stand out so much. Skin tones look absolutely terrific, but I will say this right now, the black levels surprisingly didn't look, I mean, they didn't look absolutely amazing, but there are times the black levels didn't look as great as they could have been. Shadow details, however, do look great, and the HDR grade does look fantastic. Going on to the audio quality, Ender's Game is on a Dolby Atmos track. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the 4K video looks good. I wish it could have been better, however. It looks good. The Dolby Atmos track, however, gives you one heck of a ride. The Dolby Atmos track, it's immersive, and not to mention the Dolby Atmos track takes that Dolby Atmos soundscape to its potential. This is such a wonderful and immersive and a lively track. Whether it's the dialogue that comes through crystal clear, the film's original score, which is at times a bombastic score, especially when it comes to the action sequences, especially near the end, and not to mention as well, the ambiance within the actual space station itself sounded absolutely terrific. When all the students are doing their competitions and hearing the lasers going all throughout and echoing the Dolby Atmos track, combining with the score and the dialogue, this is a terrific sounding track. Wait for the climatic sequence of this movie, and the Dolby Atmos score or track I should say, is going to give you one heck of a ride. The Dolby Atmos track here is absolutely phenomenal. Finally, moving on to the special features, Ender's Game's featurettes do not come on the 4K disc, but they come on the Blu-ray disc, and the Blu-ray featurettes are actually really cool. There's a great featurette about the making of the film. There's a really cool feature about the mind game that Ender plays throughout the film. It's this really cool featurette. Trust me, you're going to want to watch this. And there's a great commentary track by director Gavin Hood, another one I highly recommend you guys listen to. All in all, what we have here is a great sci-fi film that features really good video quality, at times great audio quality, a phenomenal Dolby Atmos track with some great featurettes. So if you guys have not seen this film, definitely check it out. But if you can find the Steelbook, especially because the Steelbook absolutely rolls. But if you have seen the film, guys, and if you're wondering what the film looks and sounds like with the 4K format, definitely check it out. But if you haven't seen it, definitely check this one out. This movie, I feel like, got lost back in 2013. I feel like it should get more love than it deserves. A great science fiction film. I hope you enjoyed my 4K review of Ender's Game. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell for our latest 4K review goes live. If you guys want to see any of our previous 2 4K reviews, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until our next 4K review goes live, we'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, guys. Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for when our reviews, interviews, and news go live.